Welcome up! On Sunday the 11th of July 2021, the anticipated parliamentary elections took place in the Republic of Moldova. We had already anticipated that the challenge would be between the Party of Action and Solidarity of President Maia Sandu and the coalition between Igor Dodon's Socialists and Vladimir Voronin's Communists. Until now, the votes of 2,149 out of 2,150 polling stations were counted. PAS collected 52.74% of the votes, the Social Communist Coalition took 27.22%, and the party of the fleeing oligarch Ilan Shor obtained 5.75%. These will be the parties to enter parliament. Among the most disappointed, there are certainly Renato Usati, leader of the coalition Partidul Nostru and Patria, which collected only 4.10% of the votes, and the Dignity and Truth platform with 2.33%. In fact, the electoral law has a threshold of 5% for individual parties and 7% for coalitions. With these figures, PAS would get 63 seats, the Social Communist 32 and Shor 6. This means that PAS will have an absolute majority in parliament, which will guarantee to easily govern the country in the next 4 years. There was a turnout of 48.41% of voters, a figure lower than the second round of the presidential elections, but higher than the first. More women, 44.35%, than men, 45.65%. The segment of voters most disinterested in the electoral clash was once again the age group between 18 and 25 years. As expected, the diaspora preferred PAS, that obtained 86.13% of the votes. The choice of the Central Electoral Committee not to organize other seats abroad proved questionable, given that yesterday, as in the last presidential elections of November 2020, there were long queues to the vote. On the other hand, the 41 seats foreseen for Transnistria are too many, because only 28,780 voters went to vote. Suffice it to say that each polling station had 5,000 ballot papers available. Many parties and journalists announced the buying of votes in the disputed region, where voters would be offered 200 lei, about 10 euros, or 1,000 rubles coupons in exchange for a vote expressed for the Social Communist Coalition. As discussed previously, it is at least inadequate to interpret this electoral choice as a geopolitical clash. Many pro-European and much more ideological parties than PAS have been discarded. For instance, the parties advocating for the union with Romania, AUR and PUN. The country has matured a reflection on corruption that lasted 6 years, and saw its climax in these elections. It remains to see whether the PAS populists will be competent and convincing enough to allow Moldovan citizens to emerge from a long post-Soviet winter. I'm Understanding Politics. Thank you for watching.